Recognized as one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters in boxing history. From Pensacola, Florida, USA, the former middleweight world champion, former super middleweight world champion, the two-time light heavyweight world champion, former WBU cruiserweight world champion, and the former heavyweight champion of the world, the future Hall of Fame legend, Roy Jones Jr. And across the ring, fighting out of the white corner, wearing his traditional black and officially weighing in at 220.4 pounds. In his career of 56 fights, he has 50 victories, including 44 knockouts. He was universally recognized as the baddest man on the planet. From Brownsville and the Catskills and Henderson, Nevada, USA, he is from the from the International Boxing Hall of Fame, presenting one of the most devastating heavyweight KO punchers of all times, the two-time heavyweight world champion, former undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
Let's go, fighters, 2 seconds. All right, gentlemen, I gave you the rules in there. 2 legends. Let's give them a good show. Touch gloves if you want.
Ooh. November 28, 2020. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr.
Man, you can feel the tension in this room. It's palpable.
8 two-minute rounds sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission.
Are you ready?
Bell in round 1, Ray Corona with a, pivotal task. The referee will have to really be on the ball. Mike Tyson expecting to come out as fast as possible.
You see what Roy's doing now?
Roy dance.
Roy has to do that the whole time.
Shit, go ahead, Roy.
Mike Tyson with a cavalcade of first-round knockouts going to the liver and upstairs with that left hook. And there's a little of that bobbin weaving, of course, Customato, teaching him the early intricacies of boxing, and Mike Tyson all over Roy Jones Jr. Snoop.
This shit like 2 of my uncles fighting at the barbecue. Get your uncle out of there. Get him out. You go meet me in the backyard. I'm tired of this shit. Come on. Meet me back here, huh? Get up in there, Roy. Shit, in and out.
12-ounce gloves. Not the normal 10-ounce gloves, Israel. They will blunt a little bit of the offense.
Hold on to him, Roy. Hold on to him. Don't take that. Get out of there. Them tender now. Them ribs is tenderoni. Back up.
Already a minute gone. Again, just 2-minute rounds. Mike Tyson coming forward.
Boy, look at my uncles. Look at them. Look at my uncles out there fighting in the backyard. Stop. Back up.
Hey, he did it first.
Roy Jones Jr. talking. The referee says, "Get me first. I gotta hold him."
He said he's bringing his hand. I gotta hold him. You gotta protect yourself. Get out of there, Roy. You still got it.
Well, there's a double, triple jab with Mike Tyson. Tyson trained with famed MMA trainer, and I know, Izzy, you know him very well, Rafael Cordero. And Cordero said he had to end up having shoulder surgery just holding the pads for Tyson.
Definitely, I can imagine that.
Power. That's power. Okay. Come on, Roy. Box.
Roy's trying to make him run into that right hand.
That's what he wanted to do?
Yes, with that jab.
So he put the jab out there to get that right to commit, huh?
Exactly.
The style of fighting of Roy Jones Jr. It does not conducive to older age, but Mike Tyson really taking the opening round.
That was a good round. Look at the champ. You don't even want to sit down. Stay up there, Mike.
So he's sitting down.
Oh, he gonna sit down.
Take advantage of that.
Breathe and relax. Beautiful, Mike. Fucking beautiful. Where's the bucket, Coach?
Roy can't beat Mike Tyson inside like that.
No.
He needs to stay mobile.
Yes.
Double jab everything. Double jab everything. He's a flair for you. He chills.
Yes. Breathe and relax.
Grab the bucket. Jab and then you're gonna catch it.
Yes.
He's already tired.
All right? Come back with a shot. Like make them little turns shorter and then come right back with stuff, okay? You can see this stuff coming. You see it. Somewhat. Deep breath. Deep breath.
There, the breathing is already heavy, Snoop.
He said, you can see it coming. He said, yes, somewhat.
He's right. You got it. You got it.
He telling the truth. Tell it like it is and not like it was, huh?
Amen. Round number 2. And Mike Tyson explodes and delivers a left to the body and the left hook upstairs. And Roy Jones Jr., you know, he talked about facing Anderson Silva, the MMA legend. He's trying to turn this into a wrestling match.
Yeah, go ahead, Roy. Look at Roy got technique. Roy got
He better be careful there.
He's doing the right thing, but he needs to get out of there.
Yeah, because he's going to make Mike mad. He's going to go back to 87 on him.
Mike Tyson used to be a vegan. Evander Holyfield wishes he was on that night in 97 as Tyson, though, coming forward remains. Oh, just blocked Roy Jones with that left hand, and Jones shook it off.
Roy, ask him, Lord.
Trying to turn back the clock one more time.
Shit, mix it up, Roy. You ain't come here to play. It's your money.
Father Time undefeated. These two way past their primes, but looking for something to get up into. Entertain at least.
He can't let Mike get settled
With the right hand.
That was a move and a half. He went real low. That was a low rider move right there. He dropped down to the floor on it. Oh, get out of there, Roy. Get the ribs out of there. They're going to be soloing. Get them out of there.
Israel, what do you think of Roy Jones Jr. tactics here?
I think he's trying to get Mike tired by grappling with him, making him feel his weight, making him frustrated as well, so that way he can make a mistake. But, man, you don't want to make Mike mad.
You got to keep them ribs off that barbecue grill because they will be sauteed, man.
Under 30 seconds left here in the second round. Tyson digging to the body momentarily, but they might need oxygen in between rounds here as they are just leaning on each other. And again, let's not
go
forget.
ahead, Roy, get smart there.
That clipped him with
Go
a
ahead,
left.
Roy, get smart. Look at him. Look at my Uncle Roy. Oh, Roy. Get him, Roy.
Use that jab. Mike's yes.
Double left. And yet Jones
That's not good.
Whoa, after the bell.
Ding, ding.
Oh, there's a new Mike Tyson.
Yeah, the nice
Mike Tyson. Oh, wow.
That's called maturity.
Yeah, amen.
Say that. Growth and development. Say that.
Man, testify, bro.
Yes, Lord.
Just keep that fucking 7 going. Keep that 7 going.
I like that round. They was mixing it up real good. I like that.
And we want the
Right here, Mike.
Because you put the pressure over there. Your jab is there. Can you imagine one more jab? Double. Can you imagine the third jab?
Breathe a little bit, fellas. Breathe a little bit.
1, 2, and 3. And then you put our bomb.
And you're hearing the voice of Rafael Cordero, responsible for honing some of the skills of some of the greatest MMA strikers ever, including Ed Benner. Like some of it. There's Jones.
Get off, Roy, with the no look.
Hit him with the dart and then escape. Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake.
Get out of there. Just get out of there.
That's the Roy I love right there. The no look.
All right. Jones appears to be breathing a little laboriously, but Mike Tyson appears to be okay. Now comes out, moving the head a bit, trying to walk down. Jones lands the left.
This is where conditioning comes into play. Ooh, beautiful footwork from Mike Tyson.
See, Mike, he fainting now. He fainting now. He just not walking in straight. He giving some head fakes, some leg movements.
Ooh, low output.
Good combination.
Yep.
Again, the left hand, and referee Corona walking and watching, and again, Roy Jones Jr. just trying to keep it close, trying to wear down Mike Tyson potentially, and
Roy's getting the better of the inside fighting at the moment.
He's smart. He's smart. That's a veteran fighter right there that knows how to wrap up and not take no big hits, but keep it in tight like that.
But is it entertaining and exciting for the viewing public at home, Snoop? I know it's smart.
But normally when Mike Tyson fights, he fights tall guys, big guys.
Oh, we got a headbutt.
You got guys now with Roy's like the same height.
Right.
And we've had an accidental headbutt. I heard that potentially if there was a cut, that the Ray Corona may be looking to stop it. But this so far so good here in terms of I don't think there was a cut. obviously.
It's too good to stop.
Yeah, can't stop this because of a cut.
What you just boxing? Put some Vaseline on that thing and keep it moving.
Hey, some Lysol.
Use that adrenaline. Oh, and there's an exchange.
A great exchange from two legends right there.
Speaking of legends, very proud to have Snoop Dogg on the broadcast as a big fan, and you're breaking it down for us, brother.
Hey, man, this is what I love. I love watching boxing. I love to be able to talk about it and be about it at the same time.
Oh, and Jones avoids that punch by Tyson.
Get you some points.
He's trying to frustrate. He's trying to frustrate. Yes, exactly. He needs to let his hands go.
Right, that's how you get points, right?
Absolutely. But you got to be careful with those hands down.
Wise man once said, if you don't have any expectations, you will never be disappointed. And we need to temper our expectations in terms of what we will see tonight, Snoop.
Well, you know, I'm so happy that I'm seeing these guys still have it, like still have the punches, still have the awareness and the know-how and the smarts inside the ring. They may not have the same velocity or the same speed, but they still got that know-how.
Yeah, they got the mind, but sometimes the body doesn't do what the mind says, right, Israel?
Definitely. I'm loving it. I'm loving it so far. They're very competitive. Good fight so far. And we still have a few rounds left.
Feint it and do it off. Listen. Even do it off a feint and switch and throw the
yeah, there you go. That one hand, but you got to put some body behind that one hand because you ain't doing nothing.
And he has to frustrate Mike.
Get your deep breath.
Do he really want to frustrate Mike?
I think Mike's there already.
He's already across from you.
All right, let's.
Of course, Mike Tyson would love to deliver that patented right hook to the body, followed by the right uppercut. Has done so much damage over the years, and Tyson attacking Jones.
Oh, you mean the one he used to do on the Mike Tyson Punch-Out video?
Yeah, okay, yeah. And he's done it in a few fights as well, as he is, I mean, that uppercut. And Jones had a very good uppercut in the day, and Jones trying to utilize the footwork, the speed, obviously nowhere close to where it was in his prime, but Jones trying to deke and juke here.
What Roy Jones is doing is really trying to frustrate him, but Tyson cuts the corner off.
Yeah, he does.
Cuts the ring, yeah.
Bulldog.
But that's what he has to be.
Well, I feel like I'm back in my days as a pro wrestling announcer with some of this grappling, maybe a little Muay Thai, almost a Thai plum there, is he?
Yeah, this is some Muay Thai.
Ain't nobody punking out in here. No, you hit me, I'm hitting you back. I like this. This is what I like. My uncles is getting it in. Grandma will have to break this up. Grandma, they out there fighting again.
Referee Ray Corona warning Roy Jones Jr. for holding.
You know the punch that Mike throws, that hook to the body and then the uppercut?
The short one.
The short one. That will be effective.
Here's our unofficial scoring by the former champions.
I'm really impressed with Mike's finish.
Oh, right into the body. Another body shot. Jones winces, and the veteran Jones hanging on now.
That's the shot.
Yeah, that's the thought.
Looking for the money shot.
Using strength, yes.
That was beautiful.
20 seconds left in the round.
Yeah, 20 seconds left in the first half of this 8-round fight. Again, only 2-minute rounds.
Oh, get off there, Roy. Get off.
He's working the body.
Roy Jones. And what he keeps doing to get away with it, he'll tie one hand, punch with the other, then swap around and tie with the other hand, and keep punching.
See, but only a veteran would be able to do something like that against Mike Tyson.
That's crafty.
We have WBC former champion judges on hand tonight, of course. Chad Dawson, Christy Martin, and Vinny Pazienza. Pazienza, by the way, infamous for not landing a punch against Roy Jones in the 4th round in their fight.
That was the first time in history.
Guys, tell me something. Does Roy look tired to you?
Yes.
Out of the two fighters, definitely Mike is in the better shape so far because he can see the way he's breathing. He's
exhausted. The body language says it all.
100%.
And again, when you know, we're talking, and I don't want to beat the horse here, guys, but 2 over 50-year-olds. What do you expect in terms of conditioning and stuff?
Well, I know how I am on the basketball court. In my early days, I could play like 5 or 6 games. Now I can only play 1 game of 21.
No. No, Roy, he's
Come
not.
on, two legends, man. Let's look sharp out there.
He's not looking as confident.
Oh, the referee encouraging them. Two legends. Let's look sharp out there. Well, there's a sharp shot by Mike Tyson, the sharpshooter in this fight. But
there you go.
Protect yourself, Roy. Protect yourself. That's still Mike Tyson in there.
and Tyson avoids that punch.
Lord, don't let him have a flashback. Precious Lord, please don't let him have a flashback.
Coming up on the midpoint of round 5, and again, rattling Roy Jones. Jones ducking down and just wants to close the gap, wants to clinch here, Izzy. And Tyson wants to create some separation.
Roy got it. Keeping it gangster right now. Go ahead, Roy.
Oh, there you go.
It's just conditioning. That's the only thing he's just leaking in his conditioning.
Well, Ray, we talked about it. There's a difference between being in physical shape, cosmetic shape. Tyson looked great on the pads over 100-pound weight loss, but fighting shape is another thing, and here they are. Last minute of the 5th. They're heading to 10 minutes already of action, and that may not be saying a lot, but it is a lot, Izzy. It takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, definitely.
It takes a great deal.
With another man his weight on you. When he has him on.
Oh, there's that right hand by Tyson.
That was a shot.
On the first. Still got it. Mike Tyson picking off Roy Jones Jr. There's that no-look jab by Roy Jones Jr.
Roy trying to get out of there, though. Get out of there, Roy. Get out of there,
Hitting him on the ropes, and there again, the veteran move by Jones. I don't want any more of this. Mike
Tyson is
Tyson
out there fighting right now.
Yep.
They fighting like men. I like that. They fighting like grown men.
Take a step back.
Kids at home, y'all watch this. This is two grown men fighting right here. This is how you handle it.
Tyson getting the left hook shot. Mike Tyson trying to deliver, and Jones hooked hard.
Way to stay down, Roy. Way to stay down, Roy. Jeez.
Stand your ground.
He in there with the champ, man. He's squabbling. No, you ain't bleeding, Roy. He just rolled up a little bit.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
We got a
Man,
draw
when
that.
to-
What round is this?
This is 6, right?
What round is it?
You good?
I think Roy's starting to feel the pressure of the
Good,
moment.
Roy?
Yeah. That's the champ over there.
Yeah, man.
He done came out his shell. Them punches starting to add up.
He still got it.
And of course, Jones, a former 4-division champion, made history. Again, guys, he weighed 193 pounds when he defeated John Ruiz for the heavyweight title. Old school, Rocky Marciano did it.
More of a light heavyweight than a real natural heavyweight.
Exactly. Well, he was, moved down to face Antonio Tarver after he called up Mike Tyson 17 years ago.
Let's look good, man. Let's go.
That was then, but this is now. And we're in round number 6, scheduled for 8 in this boxing exhibition.
Look like Mike got him in range right now. He done finally sized him up and got him right in his range where he want him at.
And of course, no surprise, the punch stats a shell of what they were in their prime. But Tyson, left hook just on the bell line.
Man, Roy would not allow Mike to run a combination on him. Every time he get ready to run a combination, he lock him up.
And he should.
But he's smart enough to know that.
If he doesn't throw punches back.
Battered him with the right hand to the body, and Roy Jones again comes in, and Izzy, I know, Mike Tyson, the bigger guy, Roy Jones clinching, smothering, has to find a way to use that jab. Keep Tyson at distance.
Yeah, right there in the dark. Whenever he throws that and he escapes, like Snoop said, he has to put a little bit more body behind it. You can't just defect him away. You have to put your weight behind it.
Yeah, give him some.
But the thing about it with Roy's doing the right thing with moving, but he has to punch. He has to throw punches.
Well, that's the name of the game. He's beginning to fatigue, but still standing in their midst. Oh, and there's that right uppercut.
Get out the way.
And that just missed Roy Jones Jr.
Missed it by that much.
Let's go, work, man. Come on, we'll go there.
I still can't believe this is happening, guys. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. Izzy, what's life, brother?
Man, it's like he was playing chess with him right there.
Roy also is more elusive than the other bigger heavyweights that Tyson has faced.
Yeah, he got way more footwork.
Exactly.
He's way more athletic.
Emmanuel Stewart, the estimable late trainer, said knockout sell. I know everyone tuning in, hoping to see a knockout, but there's Roy Jones Jr. hopping off Tyson's face.
They both made it, and that was a shootout.
Wow, that was
Good shit, fellas. Good shit. I like that. That's the bunny hop in the pea patch. All we need is Samuel Jackson for commercials, and we good.
Ooh, made a miss. Trying to make him pay. Look at the way he cut the angle on that. That is so slick.
That's skillful, though. That's skillful. He still got it. Look at him walking around playing like he used to. That's the old Roy.
Understand?
Yeah.
Keep doing it, baby.
Man, I'm proud of both of these fighters tonight, man. They really making me proud of
Jones sucking it up in the corner.
Jersey Joe, let's go.
That's hard,
Jersey
man.
Joe.
Round 7 right here, gentlemen. Looking good, Mike. Looking good, Roy.
Shout out to Jersey Joe. A Walcott as now Tyson touches him to begin this round.
Come on.
Round at number 7. Mauro Ranallo along with Hall of Famer Sugar Ray Leonard, undefeated UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya, and the one and only, the Dogfather, hip-hop OG Snoop Dogg. And look at this.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of that goddamn corner.
Come on. Stop. No.
No manhandling box.
Of course, joined by Jim Gray, hosted by Mario Lopez, and what an eclectic team on this eclectic night. Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.
I like them jab combinations that he used to run off in the 90s. He just put them on Mike right now.
Are you guys thinking the referee should break it up sooner, Israel? Are you content with the clinch?
No, I think he should break it up sooner because he already knows what he's going to do, what his tactic is. So definitely let them box.
Under a minute left in the 7th.
Take a step back.
Again, it's an exhibition, hard sparring. We're seeing some hard shots, Snoop.
Can I have a side order of short ribs?
Okay.
Yes, with some Mike Tyson sauce on it.
Stop. Take a step back.
Them short rib shots hurt. They will take all your air out of you.
Fatigue setting in for Roy Jones Jr. Wants to turn back the clock, but the clock is maybe stopping ticking here in terms of speed. He is just leaning in on Mike Tyson, and again, I'm sure people are saying, well, what do you expect with a 54-year-old and 51-year-old? But Mike Tyson is bringing
that shot, looks like that shot hurt to the midsection of Roy.
Roy trying to land that left, trying to get those feet under him.
See, what I'm saying is that neither one of these fighters can really get a beat on each other because they don't know each other's style, and they try to figure it out in 2 minutes ain't enough time. By the time we get to the minute and 30 seconds, it's too late.
And in his prime, Jones, known for his unique and unorthodox fighting style, defied many of boxing's oldest traditions. Well, tonight, old tradition. Emphasis on the old with a 54-year-old Tyson, 51-year-old Jones, and we are in the home stretch here, Snoop.
Yeah, we on the back stretch. They look like they run out of gas, but at the same time, I just feel like one punch could end this fight if they actually get it, in range. They're trying to find each other's range right now, but it ain't really working out.
You need to fucking give me Muhammad Ali right here. Last minute check. You hear me? You got to win this fucking decision right here.
Well, the corner's obviously taking it very seriously.
Yeah, they is. They
Don't be caught and win the round. You hear me?
Cussing like a sailor.
And it hasn't exactly been smooth sailing for Roy Jones Jr. in this fight. And I use the term fight loosely, an exhibition.
Right. For some reason, this ring look a little smaller than the average rings I've seen.
It does look small.
Am I tripping?
No, it is. They did that just to get a little bit more action.
Okay, because I'm like, you can't run in this ring.
Here comes Tyson. And we saw a lot of action throughout the night. Let's not forget that many thrillers here on Triller. But this is the reason we're here tonight, Snoop, to these legends. Wow.
They both got off on that. Uptown Saturday night then. Let's go.
And Tyson, though, holding up.
Get off there, Roy. Get off, Roy. Look at him.
Here we go. Roy Jones.
Get off, Roy.
Here we go.
Boy, this is a hell of a fight right here. Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.
A minute left in this. Well, Maybe not the battle of the ages, the battle of the aged, but it is an exhibition. And Roy Jones Jr. trying to sum it up. Get him. Oh, and there's a double left hook by Tyson.
Roy got a bunch of padlocks with him. He brought about 100 padlocks to lock Michael up every time he get in range.
Put him in the straitjacket, so he ain't going nowhere.
Hand me that padlock. He's in range.
But it's Tyson who appears to have those keys to victory. 30 seconds, and again,
Guys,
battering the body.
That was straight right there. That was straight.
Being inactive for a couple of years or 15 years, it's not easy coming back.
15 years after Mike Tyson quit on his stool, nearly 3 years after Roy Jones Jr. extended his win streak to 4 years. They are going to go the distance in this 8-round exhibition.
Come on, last 10
Hats
seconds.
off to
You
both
gotta
men,
stop at the
though.
bell.
51 years old, 54 years old coming in here.
I have respect for them just getting in the ring. And again, we needed to temper expectations. The exhibition is over. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr.
Still on.
giving us 16 minutes.
Mike wants some more. He mad now.
The beast is awoken, man.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The God of wars have summoned him.
So, Israel, it was an exhibition. Obviously, we don't want to expect too much, but what did you think of what you saw?
I loved it. I love the fact that they were able to stay competitive the whole way. Roy using his craftiness with the grappling, with tying up the hands, getting Mike frustrated, and Mike able to still break loose with his head movement, miss shots and make him pay. Classic.
Ray, do you want to come back?
Do I want to come back?
64, you look like you're 34.
No, if I could fight you.
Oh, let's go. Give him the smoke, Ray.
Snoop Dogg, the referee. All seriousness, Ray, what do you think of what we witnessed tonight?
No, I mean, look, the guys are 54 years and 51. I mean,
Snoop, did it deliver what you expected?
Hey, man, when I was a kid, 54 and 51 was old men with rocking chairs. So to see them out there doing their thing, that was a lot to aspire to. I'm so honored to be here to see it. I know both of these guys personally, and thank you, champs, both of y'all. Y'all did great tonight.
And a pleasure for you to bring the entertainment, my man, dropping the knowledge, and such a pleasure here tonight as Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr.
Yes, sir.
sharing the ring in the year of our Lord, 2020.
Yes, sir.
2020.
Mauricio Suleiman is going to present both with the frontline battle belts again. No official decision, but WBC will announce a winner, if there is one. And I believe Mike Tyson should get the decision, right, Snoop?
Yeah, he did that. He outworked Roy, but Roy fought a great fight, and he did his thing, took some big shots, and he gave a lot of great shots tonight. I like the way he moved around. Like you said, he was crafty, he was sharp, he was woody. He showed us signs of the old Roy Jones Jr. tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great night of sports and entertainment, courtesy of GES Boxing and Triller, with our broadcast team anchored by Mario Lopez, with UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya, sports broadcast star Mauro Ronaldo, 6-time world champion Hall of Fame legend Sugar Ray Leonard, and a little help from Mr. Snoop Dogg, plus International Boxing Hall of Famer Jim Gray. And Jim Gray will be with our two superstars here in the ring in just a few moments, discussing the WBC's scoring and opinions on this fight. And we'll see how they saw it. So, ladies and gentlemen, stick around. We've got more coming.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. We fighters do.
They did that. I'm proud of them.
You just don't know until you get into that ring. You can look great in the gym. You get into that ring, it's a whole different animal.
But it's not like sparring, right? Because the guy you're sparring with kind of like you. He's your friend. He can't hit you too hard because you.
Oh, come on. Yes.
Maybe we can book you and Snoop for WrestleMania, maybe.
Wrestle?
Wrestle?
Come on. A little wrestling.
You wrestle?
We had a little wrestling.
We go tag team. Me and Sugar Ray go tag team.
Yeah.
I handle the first 4 minutes.
I'll take over.
Do you still stay in the gym, Ray? Are you still in the gym?
Oh, I see her on Instagram. Ray's still getting it,
oh,
man.
Yeah, oh,
He's
yeah.
still getting it.
That's what keeps me going, man.
Right. Keep you sharp.
Keep me sharp, exactly.
Stay focused.
I love the feeling right now they will both be feeling is relief, a sense of relief, like, yeah, we did that.
Right.
I know that feeling. Right after a fight, whether win or lose, you just have the sense of like, yes, we did that. And man, like I said,
Mr. Tyson, what do you think of that?